Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Not in our usual prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest. Now, we're still in certainly prime time, but not the usual time, but for very good reason. Because a man that hasn't been on Sportswire Radio in nearly 3 months has got a lot to talk about here in a short amount of time because you're seeing him now in my neck of the woods, but in about, let's say, 36 hours or so, you're going to see him, well, let's just say in that thing called the Carnage Cup from IWA Deep South. And
Backwoods in Tennessee.
he's got a match that I think I can mention. I don't know if I could air it when it airs, when the Stream XPW website, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to run down the Carnage Cup card. We're also going to, I guess, maybe we'll talk about what our opponent is going to maybe face from our guest today. I'm sure of that.
You know how he calls himself the body? He's going to be a dead body. 100%.
He's going to be in a body bag. I know. We're going to definitely.
He's going to be in a body bag. That's for sure.
Oh, we're going to definitely do that. I'm going to talk about that. But we're also going to maybe get our longtime friends here thoughts on some of the other competitors in the Carnage Cup and many names you've seen on Sportswire Radio. Who's who of people. We'll definitely get into that. Plus, who knows, whatever else. Plus, as I always do, I have something to present to our guest because he is so gracious to be here once again on a Thursday and on the eve of, well, my 1,000 subscriber celebration. I could not think of
Congratulations, by the way.
We'll get to that in a little while. But let's now, because I see he's chomping at the bit and he really wants to basically take out his aggression on the body on me, but we'll certainly do that in a few minutes.
Not on you, man. No, not on you. Not on you. It's going to be 100%. It's going to be 100% on the body. It's going to be 100%.
Well, before that, I have to give you that introduction that, I know you've been here many times before, but I have to do it because after all, I'm starting the day and I want to, let's just say, hopefully get off to a better start than the New York Mets did yesterday. So let's certainly do that here. And so
really do, man.
Not going to go there, but let's give our guest that introduction because after all, he helped build this platform, Sportswire Radio, getting us to the magic number of 1,000 subscribers. So let's get right to it. So with wait for it. Further ado, here on a Sports Report. Number one. Sports Show. One of our all-time favorite guests. He's the enforcer, the hatchet man, the murder worshiper, the Sarge. His name is simply put, Joe.
Wow.
My friend, how are we doing?
Real well after that intro, man. Giving Mr. Kennedy a run for his money. Wow. Wow.
It's funny. Even my mother finally watches me now. She's wow.
That's how loud the body's gonna scream when I'm beating his fucking ass.
I'll make you laugh, Jimmy. I do live across the street from a cemetery, so if you need a place to put the body, I could definitely get you a deal.
Oh, definitely. But I'm just gonna leave him in the backwoods of Tennessee because I know he hates Tennessee because he's a Canadian. He lives in Canada. I mean, so like two different atmospheres.
Yeah, they just had Thanksgiving in Canada. We don't have ours until the end of November.
I know, right? It's just weird. It's just weird.
Well,
but hey, listen, I'm not mad at listen, whatever they want to do, ever since that promo, ever since I put, my promo out talking about this match, I've been I've been labeled as a hated person when before that numerous people were coming up to me telling me to just beat his ass. Like serious. I had
So
a
what
plethora.
changed? So I mean, what changed? I mean, what changed as to why
I
you
think
think that people don't
I think the
like him
fact
now?
that he represents a certain lifestyle choice,
I
and
see.
everybody could represent whatever. I'm not This is not a knock on any lifestyle choices or any anybody's personal, choices. It's just the fact that, he is who he is, and, people from both sides of people from both sides, different kinds of people, uh are just sick of him, you know? Just like I am. So like I literally just said I'm sick of him too. Uh
Well, I have to ask you, Jimmy. I know you've wrestled a lot of matches in your career. I'll take this off the screen for a minute, but I'll get the poster up as well. I mean, have you ever? I have to ask this question. I can't believe I'm asking this
oh god,
question.
man.
I've been doing this
Yeah.
for almost 6 years, and I've interviewed a lot of people from a lot of backgrounds. I even have a background in news. I worked on a radio station for 7 months, so I mean, I actually have an interesting, I think, background.
Yeah.
But I have
Yeah.
to ask: have you ever wrestled in a BDSM I Quit
I don't
death match?
think Oh god, I don't think anybody's ever wrestled in a BDSM I quit match, okay?
I
Unless
knew
if they're
that
in a
answer,
bed,
Jim.
and we're not
Jim,
going
I
to be
knew
in
that
no
answer,
bed. We're
but I
going to
was
be in
like,
the
let me
ring.
ask you anyway.
So like last year's Carnage Cup, I got in
Yep, we spoke about that on
unannounced.
prior shows. Yep,
Uh Against Bryant Woods and Necro
yes.
Butcher. I
Who's
did
here,
it
by
in
the way, also on the card, Brian Woods. We were speaking about that off the
Bryant
air.
Woods is also on the card. He's the current IWA Deep South heavyweight champion.
Mhm.
Literally came back from an injury from last year's Carnage Cup after he went off the truck with Little Sicko and still
Who's
kept the
also on the
title.
card,
Like
by the way, this year as well.
listen, Brian Woods, the Suicidal Beast, is the definition of a fighting
You spoke
champion.
about him on prior shows before. We've
Oh
spoken
God,
about
he's
him before.
he's unbelievable, but he's the definition of a fighting champion because he made a remarkable recovery.
Yep.
The average human being would be out from the injury that he had for like at least a year, probably more. It took him from October, January, he was already back in the gym, I think. And
He basically did a Super Cena version.
yeah, and then by Southern Outlaws, he was ready to go. He fought Michael Kruger. He went
Yep,
into
who's also on the
XPW.
card here. Yep.
Yeah, he went into XPW. Look what you made me do to fight Homeless Jimmy to defend the IWA Deep South heavyweight championship against Homeless Jimmy, and it was champion versus I think it was champion versus champion. I don't think he defended it. I think it was he was going for the King of the Deathmatch championship. But you know, I've got nothing but respect for a competitor like him. He is everything that the body is not. Obviously, I'm not even gonna compare the two. And this is a stacked card, man.
I'm gonna
There's
put some of them up here on the screen in a
can't
few
even
minutes.
compare a lot of these guys to this little twink. Pardon my language, but I'm just and
Jim, I
listen,
have
I'm
to
not a
ask a
hateful
follow-up,
person.
Jim. Jim, I know you a while now. We've known each other for almost a year, but
Before everybody starts accusing me of shit and saying I'm hateful and saying I'm discriminating against this guy, here's the thing, y'all, a lot of y'all told me, beat the hell out of this guy, beat the dog piss out of this guy, beat him up, like
Mhm.
and listen, I'm gonna do it. And if people are calling me a hateful person for listen, I'm not comfortable, and people are uncomfortable with what I'm saying about this dude. Listen, I'm uncomfortable just being in a type of match like this. This is not how I roll. And I quit match. Yeah, I'm gonna make him say the words I quit. I never give up when I'm in the ring. Like you practically gotta kill me to be, to make me say the words I quit. But the
Even when they
body,
threw you in that water that was definitely,
yeah.
let's just say,
And I
toxic
still
water
got up.
in the in the
I
All
still
Wrestling
got
Matters hardcore
I still
tournament,
got up. And yes, all wrestling matters
the
and
hardcore tournament.
wrestling's for
Yep,
everyone
yep.
except if your name is the body. All right.
So
That's
I
what
have
I got to
to.
say
I
about it.
safely have to ask this question. I will have a feeling that we won't have a second BDSM I quit match after this one, right?
Absolutely not, bro. We're one and done with this one. I'm one and done with this one. Jesus. Uh,
But
yeah,
there's a lot on the line. I know obviously you
yeah.
spoke
I mean,
about some of
listen,
the different things. This is Carnage Cup, so like
I'm willing
you
to do. This is my second Carnage Cup, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to advance and you know, maybe because maybe I got a chance of maybe I got a chance of winning this year's Carnage Cup. You never
well,
know.
why not?
I
I
mean,
mean, listen,
people
there's a
may look
lot
at
of
me.
there's a lot
People
of
may look
matches
at
where
it as
everybody's gonna come out of it and they're gonna beat each other up. So
you
why
know,
not you?
you know. First round, I fought. First round, I fought Bryant Woods and Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher, the guy's his track record speaks for itself.
Yep.
I've got, besides having nothing but great things to say about Necro personally, in the ring, Necro Butcher is
Yep.
a legend, and that's
We've had
an
a lot of the
understatement.
deathmatch guys talk about him. Obviously,
He's
Kato,
on,
Mackie
dude.
Boy,
He's on the
Mikey
Mount.
Anarchy. Yep.
He's on the Mount Rushmore. Like he's the godfather
And you've
of
wrestled a
the
lot of
genre.
these guys, I mean, you wrestled Tommy Dreamer,
First,
so you definitely know.
first round was Necro Butcher and Bryant Woods for me in last year's Carnage Cup, and I feel like I didn't go down without a fight, and those two guys are like twice my size. I held my own, and Bryant Woods went on to win the whole damn thing. So you never know.
And
It's
you can look at it and say, with your match, let's say you get through this, and what you're telling us, you're going to definitely get through the body.
oh,
But you've got
100%.
some matches here in the field where you don't really know who's going to win, and that's advantage you. I mean, take a look. Obviously, what we see here. We were talking about this off.
Yes,
I mean, this
Bobby.
match is a boards of death match.
Boards of Death, and this one's actually my favorite one
Hmm.
because Psycho Boy, uh, Tashoki Sakuda. If you look into him, man, like some
Yeah,
of the
we were
stuff
talking about him off the air a little bit.
oh, he is phenomenal. And this is the first time a Japanese deathmatch fighter is going to be in the Carnage
It's an
Cup. It's never been done
international
before.
field. Your
An
opponent's from Canada.
international an
Yep.
international deathmatch fighter. He's up there with Takeda. He's up there with even guys in Mexico like Arrow Boy. This
Yep.
guy is up there, man. And Bobby V, I know he's gonna bring the fight to him as well. I know he is. I just know it. It's gonna be a hell of a match. This card's really stacked with a lot of insane
There's Bryant
stipulations
Woods.
and really good competitors. And yeah, Bryant Woods and Satu Jin, another one I'm looking forward to.
Championships on the line. I mean, he's the IWA
Champion
Deep South World Heavyweight Champion for those that
championships
may
on the
not know.
line, and it is a sky high death match, which is a great name. And two big guys in a sky high death match, crazy.
Yeah, well,
Now
I guess
it could be in
some
anything. They could probably, for all we know, they're gonna have a scaffold, and we're gonna see the scaffold first round. You
might
still
be a
have.
rooftop match for all we know out
It
there
could
in
be a
Tennessee.
rooftop match for all we know. We're on a farmland, but anything happens at IWA Deep South, man. Anything
Oh,
happens.
we've talked about IWA Deep South many times.
Yeah,
I got to give a shout out to my
balls
buddy.
to the wall.
Man, I know you've got some history with Brian White, the Deathmatch Juggalo is in the house, and he's going to be wrestling here coming up against
I'm
Jay
not
Blade.
sure if I don't think the deathmatch Juggalo is in the house, but I know Jay Blade is, and we got to find. I think that match was updated.
Okay.
I don't think Brian White will be appearing at this one.
Okay, we'll leave that at
And
that.
it
But I
was
tell you
nothing.
who.
And listen, guys, before y'all start attacking me about Southern Outlaws, he did win that match. He had everybody and his mother help him win that match
Yeah,
against
I know
me.
we've
So,
talked about this on
you know,
prior shows. When
he's
Brian
not
was here,
he's
yep.
not showing up because of me. Like but and Bryant White is a tough SOB. I'll give him
Oh, I
that.
know. I mean, he messages me every day on
He's
Facebook.
just a juggalo, and
Yeah.
I don't really
Well, I'll tell
care
you
much
one
about.
man you have a lot of history with is Obey, and he's going to be here in a human
Yes.
horror film death
A
match. Good old
human
Obey.
horror film death match. against Michael Kruger.
Yes, not to be
And
related to Freddy
these
Krueger.
are two. These are Obey is the walking. Obey is the walking horror film.
I had Obey
And
here, I think the end of last year, and he
yeah,
literally brought a gun up
and
on the
he
show.
is. And listen, usually you put anybody up against Michael Kruger, and I'm not talking about him and JD Hart, who they've had so many matches, um, so many brutal matches, and I saw JD Hart at Johnny Phillips' birthday party. These two monsters tore the house down. JD Hart went off the roof, but Obey is Obey's Drag Me to Hell. He's
I'm
done
aware.
on Pro
I've seen it
Wrestling
all
Venom.
throughout the Northeast so
On
far.
Pro Wrestling Venom, he did a human
Yep.
sacrifice, which was the first time ever a human sacrifice was on a wrestling show, a wrestling taping, and Grimm was not happy about that.
Well,
He crucified me on a barbed wire wall, and him and Mikey Anarchy literally been through hell and back these last couple
I've seen them everywhere, Mikey. Him
shows,
and Mikey
yeah,
Anarchy, yep.
UWF shows. So against him and Michael Kruger, Obey's definitely going to hold his own. Like for real, he's going
Oh,
to bring the
that's a
fight
given.
to Michael Kruger. This is a match that I don't even know. I can't even predict the winner of this
But I
match.
think there's a lot of
Honestly.
these matches, here in the
Oh
Carnage Cup,
yeah,
that they're all
yeah, 100%.
tosses. I mean, listen, this is one match you wanted to talk about. Also, the Circus of Saw death match between Little
Yeah, this
Sicko
is
and Sicko.
A circus of Saw death match, which is pretty much the Saw death match. Me and York are calling this match like clown on clown crime. It's Little Sicko versus
That's the first
Schizo.
I've ever heard a clown on clown crime match. Am I
Yeah.
sure? Am I sure I'm not watching a Howard Stern episode rather than Carnage Cup?
So
Old
yeah,
Howard, by the way. Old Howard, not new
I'm
Howard.
questioning that with two matches, the Body and I. But yeah, this is definitely the true definition of clown on clown crime. And I know I know I recently, if you went on the IWA Deep South website,
Yeah.
Sicko's manager, Sadiko,
Yep.
tried getting him out of this, like, because I don't know, it's just too, I guess it's like too violent, it's gonna be like it promotes clown on clown crime, and York is right.
It's so violent that
This is why I should have, all clowns should have been banned from ringside
all
during the
clowns
match with
matter,
myself
Jimmy.
and
Is it
Brian
all
White,
clowns
because
matter
dude,
now?
they were rioting and protesting against me and Brian White. Like, and there was no way I was gonna win that match because they were gonna
Yep.
steal they were gonna steal the victory anyway, which they
Yep.
did.
That was about 5 months ago. Yep. About 5
And
months ago.
I still got to get my receipt on Little Sicko for that.
But I tell you
Like,
what,
seriously.
I tell you what, this is the match I have to say. If I were to say a wild card match, it would be this one.
Oh, dude, Mickey Knuckles versus
I spoke
Tommy
about Mickey
Trainwreck in
Knuckles
a
quite a bit when
home run
Jesse Daniels
derby.
was here like a month and a half ago, and I
Yeah,
spoke
yeah,
quite a bit
dude.
about Mickey. He just wrestled Mickey Knuckles. I had him on. I think he wrestled that weekend with Mickey Knuckles.
She earned her spot. It's like she's earned her spot on the Mount Rushmore years ago, but she's definitely solidified her spot this year. Tournament of Death winner,
Yep.
Hardcore Grand Prix winner, and honestly, if there's anybody who I feel has a really good chance at winning this year's Carnage Cup, it's her. Like, I'm sorry, Tommy Trainwreck's phenomenal, but I feel like this is the year of Mickey Knuckles. I'm giving credit where credit is due.
Yeah, she's got, a lot of people talk about her right now in the scene, and
Yeah.
she's just continuing. She had a great run, and it's really
Judge
been a
Joe
great year.
Dredd. Listen, Judge Joe Dredd is
Yes.
my boy. We are
Judge Joe Dredd, by the way, I have to say this. I with all due respect to Judge Joe Dredd, he canceled an appearance because he didn't realize he had tickets to a Yankees-Tigers game. I will just say that. He was supposed to have came.
It's the Yankees, man. That's God's team, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Dredd might say different. He loves the Dodgers, but he's an LA guy. I feel like, but Dredd and I, we put our differences aside, and we do good business
in a home run derby match. I
for
mean,
the
like
three
I said,
for the
we
three
coulda
words,
used that. We
truth,
coulda used
justice,
that.
and order.
He could have
But
used either one of these.
listen. As much as I love, as much as I have nothing but respect and love for Judge Joe Dredd, a fellow judiciary member,
Yes, I'm aware.
I feel like this is the year of Mickey Knuckles. Like I would like,
Yeah.
she overcame the odds in Tournament of Death. DJ Hyde had no choice but to put her into Tournament of Death. She would have showed up anyway, but like, it, she not only showed up, she went through JJ. She went all the way to the finals. People thought she was seriously hurt when uh, Judge Joe Dredd did that opening spot where he threw her right into the beginning of the match, House of Fire. Judge throws her right into the barbed wire, the flaming barbed wire. We thought she was out of it. She was literally hurt, but came out there and didn't give up and won the whole thing. And it was honestly a moment, a memorable moment. And
For sure.
TOD last year was phenomenal. This year, to be honest with you,
Absolutely. And then
really
there
good.
is Mr. Andrew Cato, a man you have a lot of history with recently.
The
That is,
controversial one, Andrew Cato. He calls
man, yeah.
himself the controversial one, and we were just talking about him yesterday on the
Yeah.
Raw Black show, because Rob Black, he knows me. He
I know
knows
that.
me. Jimmy Controversy. That's my Rob
But
Black.
Andrew Cato, he doesn't know
He
as well
goes,
as you.
he asks the one question. He goes, what makes Andrew Cato controversial? And being in the ring with him, I'm kind of seeing what makes him controversial. He'll do anything,
Well, we
anything
saw that in the All
to get the
Wrestling Matters
victory.
Hardcore Tournament.
Yeah.
He really was very, very,
With
very
I
successful
was
there.
I was there. I
I
drove all
know.
the way
I watched
there
it, Jimmy. I watched it
for,
live.
mind you, for free, because I wanted Andrew Cato one-on-one in the middle of that ring. And listen, I'm not done with Andrew Cato. I am not done. I hope I see him in this year's. I hope I see him this weekend. I hope there's a possibility him and I go toe to toe, because I really want to know how I really want to know like more on why they call him the controversial
Yeah, the
one.
last 6 or
And
7 months, he really,
I want to
really
find out
came up
who's
the
more
ladder.
controversial. Oh, he's phenomenal, like great hell of a fighter.
Yeah, for
But
sure. I've watched
now
him here,
notice
and
he needed against me. He needed Mac 10. He needed Naomi, his wife. And
yes,
I'm not
no,
trying to bring his wife into this at all, but his wife inserted herself into our match. They got me with a taser after Mac 10 hit his finisher on me twice.
yep, I remember. I watched it.
So, but yeah, the fans bring weapons match against Neil Diamond Cutter. That Neil Diamond Cutter is aces, man, aces, 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 and that's gonna be like, fans bring weapons matches are always fun. Masty just had one against Hardcore, and somebody
Yes,
brought
I saw that on Instagram. I saw
a
that.
thumbtack slipper, and it was in his back the whole fucking time.
Yeah, even Will Carroll's getting in the mix of it. That's a different show for a different time. And
Oh
I
god,
had to throw, yeah, I'm not going to
that's
go there,
sissy.
but I will mention Masada very quickly before I get to the chat, because I know the chat wants to say hello to you.
Masada, seeing him in this year's Carnage Cup is
For real.
no, it's epic, because
I
like
know.
it's well deserved.
Hmm.
Masada is getting back to being everywhere as he should be, and any company that wants a good deathmatch show should have like three people, like four people right off the bat. They should have Masada, they should have Necro Butcher, they should have Mickey Knuckles, and they should have Schlack. Any of these four companies, like you gotta have they are like right now the pillar. They are the pillars of
The four
deathmatch
corners.
wrestling,
Yeah, four
100%.
corners.
100%. And like any company that has any four of them is an honor. And then you got Judge Joe Dredd, my guy,
Yes.
and you got you got Neil Diamond Cutter, you got Matt Tremont, you got all of them, and that's all these guys that I mentioned, and Mickey Knuckles especially. If you don't have them on your show, you're missing out.
Well, and
You
let's give a plug to the Carnage Cup first of all. So the Carnage Cup, for those that don't know, is going to take place coming up this weekend, October the 19th and October 20th. It'll be at 5300 Hinkledale Road in McKenzie, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Bell time will start on Saturday, 2 o'clock. Shit It Out bell time, 7 o'clock. And then Sunday
Yep.
bell time is 2 p.m. Both events will be streaming live on streamxpw.com. Friday, which is tomorrow, is a weapons workshop, and all
I
live
will be there for
musicians,
that.
live bands, and it's 18 wrestlers will compete in the most infamous and most violent 2-day tournament on earth for the Carnage Cup 14 trophy. The two Shit It Out will immediately follow round one of, and the two takes over the night to present their band of shit style in a show that is sure to be wild, crazy, and weird, and downright shitty,
The
quote
Shit
unquote.
It Out matches,
It's
the Tourney World Order.
well, it's free camping, food trucks, merchandise.
Yeah.
Fans, bring your own chair. We won't have seating. You can also buy tickets if you want through PayPal or Eventbrite. The PayPal address is alabamapro@hotmail.com. If you want to find out more information, you can go to the Carnage Cup Instagram page, Carnage_Cup.
And check out, and I'll let you continue before I get to the Shit It Out matches.
But yeah, but basically, if you'd like to go out and have a plug for going and checking it out, it is Carnage_Cup on Instagram. Yep.
Yes, and Carnage Cup, IWA Deep South, and also it's going to be on Stream XPW.
Yes,
and
streamxpw.com.
the event will be commentated by the captain, York Perry. Larry Legend is going to be there. He is the voice of Deathmatch Wrestling.
I think Larry Legend friended me on Facebook. I think I'm friended him on Facebook now.
Give it up for XPW's boss lady. And somebody who I have nothing but respect for, tons of respect for. Cat Martini will be on commentary as well.
Cat Martini,
the one, the only, the XPW television champ, the longest reigning XPW television champion, the global phenomenon, Cat Martini. My wrestling mom, honestly, I'm gonna just put that out there because she is phenomenal. And I guess I'm gonna say this right now, like Rob Black is my wrestling dad because if it wasn't for him opening the door for me, I wouldn't be getting all these opportunities now. And tremendous respect for mom and pops. So
good.
Yeah, they're gonna be Cat Martini at least will be there. Rob Black's a busy man. But the boss lady will definitely be in the house, and she's going to be joining Larry Legend and the captain on commentary, and it's
very cool. Let me get to the chat because the chat wants to say hello to you in the time that you have it. We don't get to see you often. They like to say hello.
Oh yeah.
Let me say hello to Zilla here. What can't I read?
What's
there
up,
we go.
Zilla?
Hi to Jimmy Controversy. Thank you for saying hello. The IMF will be here at 9:30 tonight. D'Angelo the Flame wanted to say hello to you, and it's been
D'Angelo?
a while. How you doing, good sir?
It's been I'm mentally preparing for something that is way out of my
comfort zone.
Well, yeah. When I get uncomfortable, I get angry and
I've seen that so far.
I'm gonna get pretty violent against this twink. I'm gonna hashtag whoop that twink. So,
Xavier Thorne wants to say hello. Yes, how you doing, Xavier? Who wants to say
November 2nd? Shout out to my friend Jimmy.
My friend Barry Gutman from my home neighborhood in Brooklyn wants to say hello.
What's up, Barry?
Barry's a good man. Barry's my wingman. He'd like to say hello and hopes everyone's having a wonderful day. Ox McCoy wants to say, I'll let him basically say it.
Big Ox. What's up, Big Ox?
He'd like to say that. Captain Law wanted to say the sergeant versus the law. Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Yeah, you never say never in the business.
Never say never.
I never thought I'd be in a match like this,
So who knows? James Taylor wants to say hello. My friend Judas the Evil Angel would like to say hello. He's the ALW champion in Ohio. Would like to say
congrats.
Hello. Let's move on to some other comments. Zilla says she's never been in a hardcore match, and because of what you said today, she would never want to be in a hardcore match.
Listen. This is an individual who's confused and conflicted, a typical conflicted Gen
You
Zer.
did, yeah, I did
And
hear that.
listen,
Gen Z, you called him.
he's a dumbass. He requested this match. He made it up in his head because Kevin is a brilliant guy. Listen, promoter Kevin Brannon, brilliant guy.
Yep,
I
we
love
spoke about
Kevin.
him before. Kato, yourself,
Kevin's a
Brian White. Yep.
visionary. I know he wouldn't come up with a match like this because he thinks the way I do. All right, we're both men of religion.
And Jimmy, I do want to say
I
in
go to
honor of you
church.
today.
I go to
I
church every Sunday. And listen,
uh,
you never been in a hardcore match. Listen, it's something. I know. Everybody has their own flavor of ice cream, but this dude is literally requesting to get. This dude is literally requesting something and it's just not going to work out the way he wants it to go because I'm not into any of that stuff. No
yeah,
offense, but
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
this is something that you're never going to see again after this. Let's be
That's
honest.
what
All
I
right.
thought. And Jim, in
So
honor of
if
you
you want to be
today,
in a hardcore match, Zilla, listen, you won't have to worry about something like this. Don't worry about it.
well, I
Seriously.
would say, and also in honor of you, I did bring on my NYPD shirt. You said back to
Oh,
blue.
I appreciate
Yes,
that.
I actually took
I'm
the
from
New
New
York
Jersey,
City.
though.
I know that, but I actually did take the NYPD exam a long time ago, and I didn't.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
when I was in college, my dad was like, "You should be a police officer." Like, you sure I want to be a police officer? But I didn't go through it obviously because I'm talking to you right now. But that's okay. We'll move on. But my buddy John Trucker wants to say, "Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my man." Speaking of people, you've also shared a locker room with Cameron Cage. Would like to say hello. How you
I
doing,
have.
Cameron?
What's up, Cameron?
Cameron's a good dude. Love Cameron. Should see him
Really
back
good dude.
on the show soon. Also, Xavier Thorne's rooting for Mac 10, by the way. He's rooting for
Mac
Mac 10.
10 is in one of the shitted out matches.
Yep.
If you could pull that up.
I don't know if I'm able to. Let me see if I have it on the Instagram.
A drunken 3-way Taipei death match. And
Unfortunately, am I able to? Let me see. I might be able to while you
yeah,
talk. Give me a minute. Go ahead.
IWA Deep South legend Rebel is in that match with him. So the Rebel,
Yes.
and he was
Yeah,
I was
ahead.
in the death match Kings of Carnage Gauntlet with Rebel too as well. So
Yeah. Actually, I think I got one here. Nope. I can't for whatever reason because I on Facebook I can't pull it up. Let me see who I can. Oh, I got it. Never mind. Let's pull it up here. Let's talk about Mackie Boy because he'll
yeah, let's
definitely
talk
want.
about Mac.
So he's in a match here coming up in a drunken Taipei death match with Redneck Rebel and Little
Redneck
Dottie.
Rebel, Little Dottie, and Mac 10. And you know what? Because of what Mac 10 did, interfering in one of Kato and I's matches, and there's going to be many more of them to come. My money's on Redneck Rebel.
Why am I not surprised?
Listen,
I didn't think you were going for Mac 10. I just didn't.
Redneck Rebel all the way. Because how could you not like Redneck Rebel? The guy's a legend. The guy is a legend.
He's a rebel. He's a rebel.
IWA. He is a typical Southern outlaw. He is a legend in the IWA Deep South.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be a hell of a match. 3-way drunken Taipei, and I'm not a good human being when I'm drunk. So
Jim, I've never.
I know for a fact
Mac
Mac 10's not a good. I know Mac 10 ain't gonna be no good human being. I could just.
I know Mac 10 very well. I'll leave Mac 10 to being what he wants to be at that. I will say, and I'll take your word about being drunk because I've never been drunk.
Do you think he's gonna get drunk off Mountain Dew?
Knowing him, yeah. I mean, what else?
Knowing him, yeah, Mountain
all
Dew.
He drinks is Mountain Dew. I mean, seriously, all he drinks is Mountain Dew. I mean,
all he drinks is Mountain Dew.
And I thought I was bad, but he literally drinks only Mountain Dew. So obviously, we'll see that. We'll see. And I do want to say hello to my buddy Comatose, all the way from Idaho. He would like to say hello. So we have that here. And also, Jim, I got to give you something because I've only got a little bit more time with you. Your birthday was the same as my birthday, but, don't worry about my birthday. I've got something for you, Jim, because obviously we wanted to recognize you for all you've done for us on Sportswire Radio. And happy birthday from us here on Sportswire. Already got
Oh
your nice little
wow,
certificate. I
that
want
is
you to have it
awesome.
after we're off the air. We're gonna pull for you. Going out there and doing what you'll do.
I get
But
so many of your. I have like I gotta print out all the certificates you get from me, man, because I got like so many. And January's coming up. Jimmy
Yep.
Controversy Day is gonna be the 26th. So like
Yes,
I'm
you're
pumping.
gonna be here on the 26th. You're gonna be here on January 26th for with that again, and
I
you
will
know
be here for Jimmy Controversy Day,
you should be
100%.
every day. You know what? I mean, every day should be Jimmy Controversy Day, but you can't be on Sportswire because you're a busy
I
man.
I
Yeah.
can't be on Sportswire every day.
Some people here in the chat are here. This is why we love them so much dearly. But
That's why
you're
we
a
love
very
them so
busy man.
much.
But I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. And the irony is, you share the same birthday as mine. But I wanted you to have something because I have all of the people here with me every day, and I also get an opportunity to do this, Jim. I'll give this to you when we're off the air because I've got this coming up this Sunday where all my people, my beautiful people, can recognize me. I'm having my own 1,000 subscribers special. There was a woman out there in my home community got 200 subscribers personally there
That's
for me, and
awesome.
we got
That is awesome.
1,250 plus, and we're having a 1,000 subscriber special, and you'll be out there doing what you do best, winning the Carnage Cup by the end
Yes.
of day two. You'll be the
I
Carnage Cup winner, and it'll be great.
Sunday I will literally be in the midst of the next round, and I'm looking to go all the way. I'm looking to
Well, I
go
wanted
every
to ask you.
single.
So, what would it mean to you, Jimmy, to win the Carnage Cup this year? What would that mean to you?
It would mean everything to me, man, because like I was in my tour. I was in this year's Uncivilized Cup, and I made it to the finals, and Anarchy took me out. And I really thought I had that victory won. And this year, um, being in this year's Carnage Cup and being announced for it, given the circumstance of my first match, it is what it is. But I it would be a full circle moment. Like I feel like it would be a boyhood dream come true, and it would be like a highlight of my career, honestly. Just like um, bigger than pretty much anything I've done. Because I feel like in my gut I need to win the. I gotta win this. Like I feel like
And that
I
would be a
gotta show.
springboard for you to even bigger things, right? Bigger
I
and better
got
things.
I gotta show people that I could hang. I gotta show people that uh I gotta show people my love for the death match wrestling. I gotta show people my love, my respect for IWA Deep South. Um, you know, Ma and Pops, Rob and
Yeah, Martini.
Cat Martini, they'll be watching on, so I gotta show them that I can hang, and I'm not just, some guy that just talks the talk. I'll back this up 100% in this year's Carnage Cup, man.
What would be your final words to the bottom coming up here before this weekend?
As the Sarge, I'm gonna show the body exactly what they do to twinks like him in prison. Yeah, I'm not playing around.
That's Jim. That's unlike you. You usually give us a line or two, but you're just basically said, just basically, you're getting right to the
Oh,
point. You
oh, I got my thing to the body is it's on site. It's on site.
on site, on site,
100% on site.
on
It,
site.
it's on site. Okay. Listen, people hate me, but people really don't like his ass. So
And
I
this
don't
is,
know.
and this is
People are
Jim.
either gonna love what I'm gonna do, or they're gonna be hypocrites and totally hate what I do. And I may or may not have to take another year off from wrestling. I don't know. But
But Jim, and you're doing
I'm
this
willing to do whatever.
for your values, Jim. You're doing this for your values. That's what you're
I'm
doing
doing
this
this for
for.
my values, for the morals and ethics. I'm doing this for IWA Deep South. I'm doing this for the Carnage Cup. I'm doing this for every time he ran his mouth. I'm doing this for everyone that doesn't like him. All right. No, I'm not really doing this for everyone that doesn't like him because people have shit to say about me. I don't really care. But more importantly, I'm doing this for this year's Carnage Cup, and I'm doing this for IWA Deep South.
And this is going to be at the expense of the body because he can't cash these checks anymore. And you're going to remind him of that. And you're just going to do everything
Absolutely.
on site coming
Absolutely.
up here this weekend. Basically on
Absolutely.
site. There's
On
nothing he
site.
can do about it.
Listen, man.
You think he shouldn't show up? Maybe he should stay in Canada, you think? Maybe just not bother and just let you have this by forfeit, or you want him to show up?
We are past that, brother. We
Oh,
are
really?
past
So it's
that
not
point.
even. There's no apology. He could, if he apologizes today, that would still he would still have to show up. Then, even if he says, "You know what? I'm sorry. You were right about everything." For whatever reason, he apologizes and doesn't want to go for. He still has to show up here, so you can make an example of him. And
This is the fact that he chose to have this match with me, of all people.
maybe he changes his mind. I don't know.
Well, there's no going back now.
But you're going to certainly make an example of why this will be the only BDSM I
Only
quit match in
BDSM
history.
I quit match.
The
Because I
only one.
guarantee you, I will make him say the words, I quit.
And I would not fathom what this will be like unless you are there to watch it live and up close. This is why you definitely need to watch.
Or on Stream XPW.
Yes, yes. And before I let you run, I know that you have something else coming up that I did want to promote very quickly. You're in another match, I believe, next week, and wanted to talk about it real quick for X Brand Entertainment. I have it up right in front of me. If you what's going on there, real quick?
Angel Metro and the Demon Sinister.
Yeah.
I don't even know. All of this depends on what happens at Carnage Cup. Like, are they
So
really
if you're
going to
the
want to get?
Carnage Cup winner, what
Is
happens
she
then?
really want to get in the ring with me after she sees what I'm going to do to the body? Is she really going to want to fight me after she sees what I'm going
I
to
have
do to the
no
body?
idea.
Angel Metro, and you got to have Angel Metro on because I want her honest opinions about me
Well, I
because
would
she
certainly
loves to
speak with
run her
Angel
mouth.
Metro. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
She says she's going to punch me in the face, all right?
Yeah.
I want her honest opinions. The demon's the demon. Sinister will appear. Sinister has no inside soul. He's a man possessed. Not even a man. He's a demon. So he will show up. I know I'm in for a fight.
Mm.
But Angel, I need you to order this show, Carnage Cup, on Stream XPW and watch what I'm going to do to the body. You really want. I've got so much on my plate right now. I'm angry. I'm pissed off.
Jim, this is not
I'm
like you.
hurting.
You've been here many times. This is a different Jimmy
You
controversy.
want to, this is a different Jimmy controversy. It's not the one that you, Angel Metro, hit with a taser at POR. This is a different Jimmy controversy.
Ooh.
Angel, just remember that.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be on. It's going to be on.
If you still want to show up next week to my neck of the woods, New Jersey.
Yep.
Good for you.
Well, we're going to find out. It's definitely going to be interesting. We're excited about this weekend show. I owe Andrew Cato an appearance on Sportswire, but when you get Andrew Cato, you get Mac 10 also, so it's almost like 2 for 1 that you don't really want the 2 for 1, but you get the 2 for 1.
I guess Naomi's gonna get pretty jealous at some point.
Well, I'm not going there. But they are a tag team.
She's gonna start. They are a tag team, but just
who knows?
Just don't interfere in my matches anymore, Mac. How about that?
And don't put you in water anymore. Toxic.
And don't put me in poison water.
Yeah.
Massachusetts water. That stuff's filthy.
Well, I don't know if that's the case, but that water was definitely something that I don't know what was what, but obviously we're very excited.
A homeless man bathed in that pool.
Well, you know what? I'm sure a lot of people bathe in that water and such, but obviously we know you're a busy man. We know that you have to get running. And one more time, I wanted to thank everybody for the 1,000 subscribers. I'll be on here later this evening. Thank you so much.
And tune in to Sportswire Radio Sunday night at 8:30, right after Carnage Cup Night 2. It's gonna be a big show for the Rev, Tom Bryce, and tune into this weekend's Carnage Cup on StreamXPW.com.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for the plug. I'll actually use that in Sunday's show. I'm actually expecting Jimmy, before we let you go, it's kind of funny because I'm expecting people that fired me, previous employers are coming on to the show. I've been so
Nice.
great just letting them
Nice.
come on and
That's
say, if
awesome.
you want to say something to me, family are supposed to tune in for the first and like, wow, you're still doing this? So I've had people,
Yeah.
I had somebody message me from Israel today. It's wow, you're still doing this?
Wow.
Yes. And she's in Israel. She's actually fights in the army for Israel. I will put the
Well,
plug
that's
up for
awesome,
tonight.
man,
Yep,
man.
she's a
You gotta
veteran,
have an
and
appreciation day for her, man.
I know I asked her, but I think I gave her a donation for her war battle. So, but that's a different show for
Good
a different
man.
time.
Good
But
man.
definitely thank you for that, Jim. Want to pass the baton to you? Any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? And anything
That's
else?
it. I'm all ready. It's different Jimmy controversy, different
Yeah, you
Sarge.
said definitely different. It's
100%.
almost like a playoff Jimmy controversy. It's
Oh
almost like
yeah.
with
Oh
the
yeah.
Carnage Cup and baseball
No
players.
further words be had.
I think we'll leave it at that, but I'll plug Jimmy one more time on social media. If you're here on Instagram, go out there and give him a follow. Zilla, I know you're here. A bunch of people popped in and out. It was a special afternoon show, so I know people are going to catch this on the replay. This is
Zilla,
Jimmy's pages.
Zilla,
Definitely.
if you don't want to do hardcore matches because of this match I'm having, just letting you know I'm doing this match so you don't have to.
And she's wishing you a happy belated birthday, by the way. She was very
And
impressed.
Zilla, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Zilla is our resident chatter. She's been here like every show I've done the last like 5 months. Every show she's been here. She should really she Zilla take over because she knows all the wrestlers. She knows the moves, the holds. I mean,
Awesome.
she knows it. I know nothing, but we'll figure that out one day. Good luck out there. We're rooting for you. Obviously, we'll say hello to Kato and Mackie Boy, and I'm sure a few other people that are there, and we'll get your side of the story in a few weeks. I'll see you about Angel Metro, and thank you as always, and good luck out there. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right, that was the one and only Jimmy Controversy. Jimmy's going to be in action coming up this weekend here in the Carnage Cup in his first round match against the Body in a BDSM I Quit death match. I mean, we'll certainly, I'm sure, predict that'll be the only one we'll ever see in history. But
Yep.
we'll see if a Canadian outlaw can beat a Sarge. Something tells me here, I don't think so. He stands no chance. And we'll find out. Go to streamxpw.com to watch the show. If you're going to go out there, you can get tickets through PayPal. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be back here 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling